All right, Caleb. Saw some great results so far in the past. What has it been? 7 months?
I think 8 months now.
8 months now.
Yeah.
So, some great progress. Lost a ton of weight within the whole ordeal. Tell us your story. What brought you in? What got you to say, hey, I actually wanted to try, the VFit?
Well, for many years, I've always driven by the gym on the way to work or, going to Hiram. And I was always afraid to try it, but I knew one day I'd have to do something. And, I just got to the point where I had no energy, couldn't play with my kids. I was basically just eating my life away, eating whatever I wanted. However, even if I wasn't hungry, I was still eating. And I started seeing a bunch of health problems come up. My knees would hurt every day. I couldn't stand for long. My feet would start to get numb. Elbows would hurt. All the joints would hurt because all that stress of carrying all that weight.
Right.
And, we went on a trip to the beach. And I told you this before, but we went on a trip to the beach, and my kid wanted me to play with him at the water, but that means I'd have to take my shirt off.
Right.
I didn't want to do that, so I was trying to tell him to come over to the umbrella, to the chairs. Let's play in the sand instead, so that nobody could see me.
Right.
But in doing that, I'm not going to get that time back with him. He's only a kid once.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. You got to cherish those moments.
Yeah, definitely.
And I saw on one of your posts recently, you took your shirt off at the beach, right?
Yeah, same place.
Awesome.
And I actually, every single day, played with him at the water.
That's awesome.
Shirt off, didn't think about it, didn't worry about it, didn't worry about people thinking of me. I just, made those memories.
That's awesome.
The ones I was afraid to get, I'm able to get now.
Right.
So, it was definitely enjoyable.
That's awesome. So, take me through the process of just kind of, that's kind of the reason why, that brought us in.
Yeah.
But kind of the process of, your mental status, from the time we started to kind of now. What when you came in, what did you weigh?
310.
310. Okay, awesome. And where are you at now?
210.
210. That's
Yeah.
awesome. It's 100 pounds. 100
Yeah.
pound difference.
Yep.
All right. Which is good. And again, this is month 8, and I think you told me around month 7 that you lost that. So, which is good. So goals have kind of changed a little bit and stuff like that. Which, is good to always have something fresh to keep working for, right? But, take me through that mental status of, hey, okay, I came in, I signed up. What were you thinking at that time?
Well, I actually tried another gym before here. It was one in Marietta, and I did a similar thing to what I did with you, except when I walked in with them, I jumped straight into a workout. They didn't do like the no sweat intro where you sit down and you talk about goals, what you do here at the gym. It was they didn't really talk to you. They threw you in, and then you showed them what you could do.
Right.
But I did that, and there's just something about the place that didn't. I don't know. It was I guess it was the people there.
The atmosphere.
Yeah. It just wasn't. It didn't feel right. And then I was sitting in my office one day, and I had your webpage pulled up on my computer. It had been there for 4 days, and throughout the day I'd click back over and scroll back through, and I'd get to that reserve now for the first meeting, and I was like, oh man, I want to do this so bad, but I'm afraid of what people are going to think of me coming in here, because all these people, they've been doing CrossFit for so long, and here I am, I can't even do a pull-up.
Yeah, that misconception of everybody's.
Yeah, like you got to be super fit to do CrossFit. But I come in. I walked up to the. It's funny. I walked up to that glass door, and I don't know why I did this, but the bay door was open. But I walked up to the glass door and tried to walk in the glass door, don't know why I did that, but I remember at the time Alex, of course I didn't know who he was. He said, "Hey man, you walk right in here," and it was just super. I could already tell, like, okay, they actually care about people, And when I walked in, everybody was doing a workout. And at the time, I had no idea what was going on because it's my first time being here, and I was like, "This is stressful." They're throwing that weight around like crazy, but you came out, I met you, and I thought this is it. You brought me in here, you broke down everything, walked me through it, and I felt I felt welcomed. Like I was wanted here, and it was just a complete opposite feeling of what I got from there. And then I remember doing the on-ramp, going through the 5 workouts?
Five on-ramp sessions.
And we did that first one, and then afterwards I was, because I came from a lot of football.
Right.
I was always athletic in high school. And I always loved that feeling afterwards of being just
tired,
destroyed. But then I remember doing the last of the on-ramp, and then you said we have to do the same workout from the beginning.
A retest.
And I did it a minute and a half faster than what I just did.
Right.
And my competitive side, always wanting to be better, I just really... got addicted to it really, really quickly. But I, after the 5 intro workouts, I jumped into the
class,
and that was scary. I mean, I didn't want to. I remember I would try really, really hard to be behind everybody, way in the back, nobody could see me. But everybody's just coming over, introducing themselves.
Right.
It was just an awesome experience, and then, I started to not care what people think, and then, eventually 15 pounds, and I was like, wow, I've never lost 15 pounds before.
Right.
That's I've never been able to do that. I've tried, all those crazy diets, never could do it, but, weight started coming off, so I was like, okay, this is actually working. And then 20 and 30, and it just kept on going, and
awesome.
It super motivating, and my whole mindset changed. Everyone here is like a family. You're all trying to help each other improve, get better, and my whole mindset has completely shifted, because I hated going out in public, having to go in a store because people see you.
Right.
And I always couldn't stand thinking of what somebody else was thinking about me. But now, even when I got to the first 15 pounds, I felt like a different person.
That's good.
But my whole mentality changed. I felt like I was actually taking control, and I wasn't just gonna eat till I die.
Right. Right.
But it just kept getting better and better and better.
That's good.
It's awesome.
That's good. Now it's became a lifestyle.
Yeah. 5 days a week.
Can't
get enough.
Biking.
Yeah.
It's always something to improve on and get better at, right?
Yeah. That's what I like about it. Because there's still so many things here that I haven't tried to do yet. Some of them I possibly could do, but I haven't tried.
Yeah.
You can always get better.
Right.
You can always lift heavier.
Right.
You're never done. So
that's true. That's very, very true.
I'm addicted.
And for you, it's awesome because you also had a couple setbacks early on with the a couple of little minor tweaks or whatnot within the shoulder, the knees, stuff like that. What was your thought pattern around that?
Well, we were doing, I can't remember exactly what we were doing. I think it was some sort of accessory work with the barbell. And I just, went back a little bit too far. Shoulder popped out. Popped right back in, and, I thought, okay, well, this is my very first injury doing CrossFit.
Right.
So it was the next day. It was hurting pretty bad. It was a little bruised. Mm-hmm. But you called me, and we talked through it. I took, I think, 5 days off. I think it was 5. You know, I stuck to my nutrition, and I was just anxious to get back in here. I mean, each day went by. I mean, my wife, she's probably irritated. I just kept talking about it. I mean, I hated not being here.
Yeah.
But I mean, doing that, it was so easy to get back in.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And I just jumped right back in as soon as I was done.
That's good. That's good. I mean, the thing about it is you know, CrossFit's a great workout program, but it still has the basis of also a great sport.
Yeah.
And like any sport, you know, you may tweak a little something. We don't want anything serious, but something that, you know, your body's not moving right that day or need a little extra mobility work, you know, things may happen or whatnot. But the good thing is you didn't let that stop you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you still kept on going and,
definitely,
you know, kept it going to 100 pounds later, you know, 100 pounds down, which is good. And then you also had some shin issues. Right?
Oh yeah, wow,
yeah.
that was the biggest one.
With running.
Yeah.
Right? So,
or you know, anything jumping or anything I would have to activate my calves. You know, jump rope. Jump rope was the really, really bad one. Running was bad, but I could push through it. But jump rope was just, it was absolutely horrible.
So, you know, with that being said, you know, they're a whole lot better now.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Even to where you're running miles, you know.
Yeah, they're
with
completely
the S at
going.
the end. So what exactly helped that? You know, what helped those shins?
Well, you know, in high school I also had shin splints. But, you know, it hurt. But the more I came in here and the more I did those things, it got better. And plus getting Greg to work on them a little bit. But it was, I was thinking sometimes, well, what if I am stuck with shin splints this whole time? I am ever going to get rid of them things. But, I mean, now they're nothing.
Right.
It's not even a thing. You know?
Yeah, you kind of built the area up around them to support them better.
Yeah, I mean, everything, my legs were supporting so much weight. So, I mean, you can, you can only imagine, you know, hey, you sure are moving a lot, sir.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know, but yeah, you know, sticking to it, you know, stretching it out, massaging, you know, it eventually went away, and you just keep pushing forward.
It's good. So what's next, man? What's next? Where are we at now? What we're working on? We were down 100 pounds. We're feeling a whole lot better. Whole lifestyle has changed. Got the family working out with you.
Yeah.
You know, so what's next for you?
Well, you know, I got the 210. Now I got to get the 200.
There you go.
I haven't been under 200 since I was 15. So, you know, that would be crazy to get there. But, you know, eventually, you know, I talked to you about this, but eventually I would like to, you know, because this has become such a passion, you know, I love it. I love the people. I love, you know, when people come up to me in the gym and they, you know, ask for tips or something because they've seen the, you know, what I've done, you know, it just showed me, okay, well, you know, I can use what I did, you know, to help other people. Right. You know, because I remember that feeling that I was just never going to change. And, you know, I know there's tons of people, you know, that feel that same way, that there's nothing that they can do to change their life, to change their eating habits, their, you know, change how physical they are. You know, but eventually the end goal is to become a CrossFit trainer somewhere, or, you know, just help people. You know? I mean, why not? You know, I love doing the workouts so much. I love everything about CrossFit, the community, the CrossFit HQ, the business side, everything about it. So why not just use myself, you know, as a tool to help other people? I mean, it all clicked.
Gotcha. That's good, man. That's good. One last thing I wanted to kind of hit on. Everything wouldn't have been made possible if the nutrition wasn't on point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us how you changed that up. Well, what did you do to change that up?
Well, I mean, it was that the nutrition part is always the hard part. You know, that's always the reason why someone doesn't lose weight.
Right.
You know, and that was the reason why I never lost weight, because I would try these weird things and do it for maybe 3 days, and you know, get rid of it, and I'd be like, okay, well, that didn't work. I'm just never gonna lose weight. But you know, when I did it, I actually did I changed the way I was eating 2 weeks before coming here. You know, a bunch of sodas, all kinds of fast food, just pure garbage. No nutrients of any kind. So when I decided to make that change, I got rid of the sodas, got rid of all the processed trash, and just stripped it on down to what it was, you know, supposed to be.
Right.
You know, just eating for fuel.
Okay.
Just a bunch of water. You know, my wife and my kids, they are allergic to dairy and gluten.
Okay.
So I also removed dairy and gluten.
Yeah.
The main reason I did that, though, is because, you know, I don't want to have to get groceries for me.
Right, and then them, yeah.
So, you know, I did those things, and just the weight started falling off.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's all about just making cleaner decisions, really.
Yeah.
Just getting the processed stuff out, you know, no fast food. You know, it's really, looking back, it's really simple.
Right.
If you stick to it, just making those little differences. I mean, and you can even do like one change at a time.
Right.
You know, place your soda, get you a bunch of water. You know, some weight's gonna come off.
Right.
From doing that.
Yep.
And then, you know,
have to change something else.
Yeah, just change something. If you move steady into it, it's not so, you know, jumping right. It's not so abrupt.
Right. Exactly.
You can kind of adjust to it and be like, okay, well, you know, I removed this, and now it's time to go further and take this out, and the weight's gonna come off either way.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just is.
Oh yeah. You change that, you're gonna see a humongous difference. You know. And that's what we tell people. You know, the sexy part, the fun part is the working out.
Yeah.
You know, whether you look at it like, oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
But when in comparison to the nutrition, 95% of the people would rather work out than change their nutrition.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that nutrition is 90% of it. Exactly. And actual exercise is just that 10%.
Exactly.
Because you can't out-train a bad diet.
You can't out-train a bad diet.
I mean, you told me that the day we walked in here and I did the No Sweat intro. That was one of the things you said to me, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, you know, I can do this, but if I'm not eating right, nothing's going to happen.
Exactly.
You know, I'll bulk up, but that's not what I want to do.
Exactly.
So you just got to make those. At a time, they might feel like they're really big, life-changing things. It might stress you out a little bit. But a couple weeks into it, it just becomes life.
Yeah, it becomes normal.
You know,
it's a habit at that point.
Yeah. And now, I mean, once you really get into it, I don't crave bad food.
Yeah.
You know, sweets, soda, no. It's no.
Trust me when I say, when you haven't had it in a long time and then you have it, it's not that good. Trust me.
When we were at the beach,
we were
at the beach, we were staying in a hotel, and I walked past the vending machine, and I thought, you know what, I haven't had a Coke in a while. And I got a Coke Zero. I took a sip of that thing, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can instantly taste every little piece of sugar in
it. It was horrible.
And then it doesn't taste as good. It really doesn't.
No.
You know, even going back to, you know, this whole past quarantine time with the COVID-19, had a lot of cooking in instead of going out. Yeah. And, you know, as you're doing it, you're like, man, I'm tired of cooking. I just want to get something. And then you go and get it, and you're like, man, that's not even that good anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not even that good. I'd rather cook the stuff at the house, utilize, you know, good ingredients.
Yeah.
And at least I know it's healthier for myself, and it tastes better.
Yeah.
You know? So that's good. Did you get to a point where or have you gotten to a point where you had to switch the diet up a little bit, like where you started to see that, okay, well, I'm not losing as quickly as I was before, and I have to change some things around?
Well, when I got to, I never really did like tracking calories and stuff, and macros and all that stuff.
Which our nutrition program does. But anyways, go
ahead. Yeah. I messed around with it some. I did some research about what I was supposed to be eating, but I didn't track it. I just knew by making those decisions and cutting stuff out, I was going to lose weight.
Exactly.
And, eating when I was hungry, not just walking around the house, get something. I'm not even hungry, but I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get something.
Right, just because it's there.
And, I did do servings, like the packaging and everything said. But when I got to 30 pounds, I think basically I was doing paleo at the time.
Okay.
Because I cut out all my grains and everything. I was really just doing, sweet potatoes, meat, veggies.
Right.
Even like sweet potato fries, stuff like that.
Yep.
And eventually, I was like, well, I want to. The weight was still coming off. It was still coming off really, really fast.
Right.
I was doing like 5 to 6 pounds, sometimes even 7 pounds a month.
Oh wow, that's really good. Yeah.
And so I knew that was working, but I wanted to experiment because I've never had success in this area before. So I started playing around with intermittent fasting, not only for losing weight, but the benefits of performing or working out fasted. And that's what I do now. I've done that for 5 months now.
Okay.
For me, it's not for everybody, but for me, my routine, my schedule, it works out. And the weight continued to melt off, and I like the way it feels working out with nothing on my stomach. Yeah.
Like that.
But I did experiment here and there with some things. I added some things back. Occasionally I have rice. I have grains now. But see, I can do that.
Right.
Right. I can have
You're
those
not
things now.
Overindulging in it, though.
Yeah.
Just, okay, let's add a little bit here and a little bit
there.
Yeah. Still want to enjoy life, so.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be so strict.
Right.
Like the whole industry makes it seem. You don't have to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice.
Right.
Every day.
No.
That's not.
No.
You don't want to do that. That's not fun.
It goes back to what you said, and the same thing that we preach is all about the quality of the actual food that you're eating.
Yeah.
Right? So you can still, a lot of times what we find is you can still have a lot of that great stuff.
Yeah.
Just what is it made with? What is it processed with?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and that's going to make a humongous difference, right? But yeah, man, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for sitting down with me.
No
class
problem.
has started. I want to get you in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we look forward to the future and seeing everything that happens, and keep up the good work.
Awesome. Definitely.
All right, man.